The rain fell like tears in the sky, heavy, cold, relentless. Rivers formed along the quiet streets of the city as thunder rumbled across the darkened heavens. Most people had rushed home to escape the storm, but one man walked with no destination. Soaked to the bone, his footsteps staggering as if each one was a battle. His name was Aziz Karim. He once had dreams, ambitions, a future. Now all he had was regret. His coat clung to his trembling body, his hair dripping over his eyes. His mind replayed the same scene again and again. His mother's final breath, her last plea, "Aziz, come back to Allah." But he didn't. Not then. Not for years. Instead, he drowned himself in sins. He wasted his youth chasing thrills, music, drugs, gambling, forbidden relationships. His mother cried every night, begging Allah to guide her son back. And then she died. The moment the woman who loved him most returned to her Lord, Aziz realized what he had done. He had thrown away his heart. He had thrown away his faith. He was truly alone. The storm raged louder. Lightning flashed, illuminating a sign ahead. A masjid, its doors still open, light spilling warmly into the night. Aziz froze. He hadn't stepped into a masjid in almost 8 years. The rain hammered him harder, as if pushing him forward. He hesitated at the entrance, dripping, trembling, heart pounding. "What am I doing?" he whispered. His legs carried him inside before his mind could object. Warmth wrapped around him immediately. The world outside felt distant, like a nightmare he had escaped from. The air smelled of clean carpets and old books. A faint aroma of musk lingered in the prayer hall. He stepped forward cautiously. A group of young men sat near the front, discussing something softly. But the moment Aziz entered, they all looked up. He felt their stares pierce his skin. His clothes dirty, his eyes red from crying, his past written all over him. Shame flooded him. He turned to leave, but a voice called out, "Brother." Aziz froze. A tall man with gentle eyes approached him. He was in his 30s, with a short beard and a calm face that carried both strength and softness. His tone held no judgment, only kindness. "You look cold. Please come sit with us." Aziz shook his head, stepping back. I shouldn't be here." "Why not?" the man asked. "I'll dirty the place," Aziz whispered. The man smiled sadly. This place was built for hearts dirtier than carpets. Aziz's chest tightened. "I can't pray," he muttered. "That's okay," the man replied. "Just sit, rest." Aziz's legs gave up. He slid down against a pillar, face buried in his hands, shaking. The man placed a warm blanket around his shoulders. "You're safe here," he whispered. Aziz cried silently. A few minutes later, an older man, white beard, bright eyes, entered from a side room. He scanned the hall and noticed Aziz immediately. He approached slowly, not imposing but inviting. "Assalamu alaikum, my son." Aziz didn't respond. The imam sat beside him on the floor. "What is weighing on your heart?" Aziz squeezed his eyes shut, voice breaking. "Everything." The imam nodded. "I know that feeling." "You don't know me," Aziz replied bitterly. "You don't know what I've done." "No," the imam agreed, "but Allah does." Aziz flinched. "And yet," the imam continued gently, "he brought you here tonight in this storm. Do you think that is random?" Aziz's breathing hitched. Allah never invites a heart he does not want. "Maybe he missed you." Aziz broke. Tears crashed down his face like waves. "I don't deserve forgiveness." The imam smiled. "No one deserves it. We are forgiven because he is forgiving, not because we are worthy." Aziz looked up with trembling eyes. "Do you think Allah will accept a sinner like me?" The imam placed a hand over Aziz's heart. "My son, Allah forgave a man who killed 100 people in one day because he took a step toward him. He leaned closer. You walked into his house." Aziz's tears fell harder. The imam helped him make wudu. Aziz could barely stand. Water ran down his face, mixing with tears. He followed the imam back inside the masjid. "Come," the imam whispered. "Stand before your Lord." Aziz felt like his bones would collapse. He whispered shakily, "How do I start?" The Imam whispered back, "Say, Allahu Akbar." Aziz raised his shaking hands. Allahu Akbar. The world stopped. His chest burst open. Each ayah felt like a sharp blade cutting away darkness. "Guide us to the straight path." He broke down in sujud, his forehead pressed into carpet, his tears soaked inside the fibers. His body shook with every sob. It felt like 8 years of sin were melting into the floor. "Ya Allah, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me." He didn't know how long he cried there. He only knew he didn't want to rise. Suddenly, someone's ringtone echoed loudly. One of the youths stepped outside to answer. He spoke for a moment, then rushed back inside, panicked. "Imam, there's been an accident. A car skidded on the wet road. Someone is trapped, bleeding heavily." The Imam reacted instantly. "Call emergency services. Bring blankets. Move." Everyone scrambled. Aziz watched confused, still kneeling. The Imam turned to him. "My son, come. Someone needs help." Aziz hesitated. I can't do anything right." The Imam gripped his shoulder. They ran out into the storm. Flashing red lights reflected off wet pavement. A car had smashed into a lamppost, its front completely crumpled. A man middle-aged was pinned in the driver's seat, blood streaming down his chest. His breaths came shallow, shaky. The Imam knelt beside him, whispering, "Brother, Shaida, repeat after me." The man's lips trembled. He tried to speak. Aziz stood frozen, then slowly moved forward, tears mixing with rain. He reached into the wreckage and gently clasped the dying man's hand. "I'm here," Aziz whispered. The man's eyes flickered, focusing on him. Aziz squeezed tighter. "Say it with me. La ilaha illallah." The man struggled, then whispered weakly, "Illallah." His chest shuddered. He took one final breath. His hand fell limp in Aziz's. Aziz stared, heart pounding. He died with a shaida," he whispered. The Imam nodded. "And Allah allowed your hand to be the last thing he held." Aziz's knees buckled. He sobbed into his hands. Allah had used him, even in his broken state. Especially in his broken state. "You can hold a hand." Those were the words he needed. "My son, Allah accepted your return so quickly. He already sent you to serve him." Aziz cried harder than he ever had before. Why would Allah forgive me?" "Because you asked him to," the Imam replied, "and because he never stopped loving you." Aziz did not go back to his old home. He didn't return to his old friends. He stayed in the masjid. Every day, he learned Quran. Every night, he prayed Qiyam. He fed the poor. He cleaned the masjid when no one watched. He cried often. The youth began calling him Brother Aziz. The Imam called him my son. And slowly, Aziz began calling himself a believer again. His heart softened so much that even a child's smile made him tear up. He bought a small notebook and wrote one line on the first page. "The day I returned to Allah, the night of the storm." Under it, he wrote, "O Allah, take me only when you are pleased with me." From that day onward, Aziz made a promise. "My heart will never leave the masjid again." Aziz grew into one of the masjid's most beloved brothers. He became the first to arrive for Far, the last to leave after Isha. People would often find him comforting someone, feeding someone, helping someone, praying for someone. But no one, except the Imam, knew about the storm that brought him home. One evening, after an emotional Quran session, Aziz asked the Imam, "Do you think Allah truly forgave me?" The Imam smiled with tear-filled eyes. "My dear son, the moment you said Allahu Akbar that night, Allah forgave everything before it." Aziz looked down, tears falling onto his prayer mat. He whispered, "Ya Allah, thank you for calling me back." It was an invitation, asterisk. Aziz would never forget the rain, the cold, the shame, the masjid door glowing like mercy itself. He learned a truth most people take a lifetime to understand. Heavy checkmark the hearts that are the most broken are the ones Allah wants the most. Heavy checkmark the sinners who return with tears. are the ones Allah raises highest. Heavy checkmark the masjid is not for the spotless. It is for the struggling. Aziz became a living reminder. You are never too far to return. You are never too dirty to be purified. You are never too broken to be loved by Allah, because Allah never shuts the door on a heart that walks back to Him.